it's just gonna come down to the way I explain it,
Yeah.
but I feel all right.
Surely they're like more well rested now.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, and I've decided the class with the highest mastery, I'm gonna do a chat and choose at the
Cute.
end of class, like donuts and juice, and then you can just talk and just chit chat
That's
for
cute.
the last 10, maybe 15 minutes of class. But they have to have the highest mastery, so.
I like that. Are you already sorting yesterday's?
Yes, I
Okay,
already
perfect.
sorted them, but I'm sorting them again
Mm-hmm.
for mastery. I looked at just one piece of evidence because some of them only had time to write one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the mastery for yesterday wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
Lincoln's was the highest, which was really good.
Yeah, they're really close to 80.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. What I noticed is that a lot of people are choosing evidence that's telling me what's happening and not necessarily showing us that the
Mood.
mood is one that is like cheerful and triumphant.
Yeah.
They'll be like this one. This one is I saw that one a lot. The first one.
Oh, just like talking about what they did to the bus.
Yeah,
That makes
and it's
sense.
like that doesn't tell me that they're happy about.
So it might not be an evidence thing, it's an understanding mood, maybe.
No, I think it's the evidence thing because I think that they have a good understanding of mood,
Mm-hmm.
but we are not choosing evidence that's supporting. Oh, this is ECU. That's supporting the claim, and we like broke it down. Like we went over how triumphant means that you're successful
Mm-hmm.
or that you have victory, that you're happy at the base level, happy, and so. I really think it's just choosing multiple pieces because some of them they had one,
Yeah.
but then they would also have this one,
Yeah.
and then or did I show you right side? I did show you
You
right
showed
side.
me Toriel's.
Yeah, and like see her second one was good,
Mm-hmm.
so she should actually get there.
Okay, before we go through all of them, I'm gonna have you looked at your no-show chart
Mm-hmm.
and we had lots of similar things and I pasted mine below yours. You'll just look at yours and mine and see if there's anything that you want to edit or change. Mostly under skills, I would think.
Okay. I guess I would add the recall details from the text to support a claim.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have that in our like in our skills.
I was going through like in my mind what I would do and like before I would look for evidence in my mind, I would have some idea of like, where I would find it.
Got it. That would be the only thing.
Okay.
The only reason why I'm not saying define mood is because right before
Yeah.
we went into the exit ticket, we stamped what mood was.
Yeah. And I think you had it on your like this section. Anyways.
Oh, did I?
Oh, maybe not. Well, you had triumphant, right?
Yeah, I had
Which
triumphant.
is talking about mood.
I didn't say anything about mood.
I'll just probably put it
Well,
under there. But I know you went over it in the lesson, so.
yeah.
Okay, so adding the recall.
I'm noticing, oh, well, never mind, we can talk about that later.
Fine. So we'll be using the no-show chart and then also I just pulled the evidence CFS that we made a couple weeks ago.
Mhm.
So it has to connect to the claim, has to be a direct quote with accurate punctuation, and then has to be blended into writing, which I didn't know if you wanted them to do that for this since it wasn't in a paragraph and they were just listing evidence.
I told them to do it
Okay.
because I made it an anchor chart and I put it up there. We went over those 3 things and I said, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay, perfect. So keys to exemplar evidence. You have your 2 pieces of evidence on here. I just copy and pasted the options that the exemplar, like the AF lesson gave.
Yeah.
Are
I
there
also accepted those.
yeah. Are there any other pieces of evidence that they like
Yeah.
that you would have accepted that were not on the original plan?
The one
Then I'll write it on here.
It said, some of them took a wild guess and tried to jump it, but most of them miscalculated and fell into our everlasting delight.
Okay, as long as I had the everlasting delight part.
Yeah,
Okay, I had that one on there.
am I wrong, Ben? No, you're just on the national chart. Okay, there we go.
Yes. Okay, do you have a student exemplar?
Let me find one with two.
It confuses me when they have one right and then one incorrect, because I'm like, did
I
they
don't know if you
understand it and then they just like struggle to find another piece, or did they not understand it?
Nobody has two. Somebody has two. Okay, well, let's just take this.
Okay. In the text, it says like a lot said the Billy goat on stage because our master check the doctor. All right, what are gaps between this and your CFS? Connects to claim, direct quote, accurate punctuation, blended.
Punctuation.
Yeah. You have one more that has all of the things. Are they grading for you?
Mhm. He has all the things. Yeah, that's
See.
what it is. Punctuation, direct quote.
Yep.
Haley has all the things too. So does Cindy.
Yep, this one's really good. All right, I know you already sorted, so when you sorted, what are the biggest gaps that you're seeing out of your CFS? Or it could be from the no-show chart, so it could be evidence specific, or it could be content specific.
Okay,
Like it could be, did they understand mood? Did they understand the claim? Or it could be, did they blend it? Did they have punctuation?
I think the biggest thing I saw was punctuation.
Mm-hmm,
Definitely, that's the biggest thing I saw.
mm-hmm,
There was a lack of punctuation.
Mhm.
But other than that, I had a lot of students, a good number of students still writing evidence in their own words.
mm-hmm.
And then, so not pulling direct quotes. And then, I feel like a good chunk of them are just not, they're not connecting it to the claim.
Direct quotes.
But like the most that I saw is punctuation.
Yeah, because it looks like you have a lot more that at least have one piece that's connecting to the claim, so I feel like they're growing there.
Yeah,
So you want to focus on punctuation?
yes.
Okay,
Cause the do now today, I'm already addressing like what's wrong. Which one of these is?
oh, nice.
Sorry, you did that. For punctuation, will probably be best. Will make sense to focus on too.
Okay, so we need a student action step. Focus on punctuation around evidence. So students will be able to what?
They will be able to, accurately punctuate evidence by including quotation marks. Do I need to put all this, do I need to be as detailed as this?
Yeah, this is good.
If I, yes. Is it a phrase? Oh, no, there's both 1 through 3. That's fine. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. I feel like it's time for you to go to lunch. No, it's not. It absolutely is. No, for real, it's 10:58. Maybe, ask me again later. Ask me again later. You gotta go to lunch, or else y'all not gonna eat, cause I literally have to pick y'all up
I don't care.
at 11:20. It's 10:58. You do care. Where's your food?
I can starve.
Don't tell me you're hungry later.
Okay.
Shamel.
I'll come give me a plate and come back down here.
That's fine. Here. Take this. Actually, I feel like they're gonna be like, no, you can't use it. No, here,
No,
take
she's
this.
gonna write you a new note.
I'm gonna write you another one.
Give the book fair pass back.
You're the best teacher ever.
Yeah.
That's why I said you're nice and Miss Caldwell's mean.
What is for lunch?
I don't even know.
I don't know, but if it's wings, bring some in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, students will be able to accurately punctuate evidence by including a comma, including quotation marks around the quote from the text, and including a period inside the closing quotation mark. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, scroll down to the do it section. The task, I just put it the same as this, like they're finding evidence to support a claim. If you'll click the little link that says reteach plan and script, we'll have to change some of this. But
We can keep.
yeah, I feel like we can keep the format. We'll just like the top, it won't be evidence mood, it'll be
Just
evidence like punctuation. I would just if you're just focused on that, I'd make it that small.
Yeah.
Okay, then I was gonna have you do a show call here. So do you want to go ahead and add one with correct punctuation, one with incorrect? I would make sure it's a correct quote, but incorrect punctuation.
Yeah.
So then they're focused on that.
Ooh. There we go. Oh, you said correct quote. That is not the right one. I'm just gonna use both the Cindy's.
Okay, perfect. Then there's a script on the very last page if you want to add there, or you can just add it in the comments next to it. I feel like you're used to comments, but whatever makes the most sense to you. Take a couple minutes, add the questions that you're gonna ask. And then like who, if you're gonna call in high, medium, or low. And then also, this is all in the comment to the right, any misconceptions they might have. And then like what back pocket questions we'll use to address those misconceptions. And this does not have to be long at all. Remember the last show call, it was like 3 questions. I'll give you a couple minutes to do that.
don't know from misconception. I feel like it is plain and clear. I
Yeah,
mean, clearly it's not because they're not doing it, but like,
I think like thinking about their CFS, they might try to say one like piece of evidence is better than the other when they're both correct.
right.
But that's the only misconception I could see them saying.
That's what I started to write, that they say one is
Yeah.
better than the other, but then I was trying to say why, and I was like, well, I don't know why they would say that because
Yeah, that's why I feel like your back pocket question
they're
would be
the
like,
same.
your back pocket question would be why, and then they couldn't tell you, and you'll be like, that's not the, like, that's not why one's stronger than the other, so somebody else build.
What are you doing?
No,
You gotta ask. They're in there, but you need to ask.
this is not your house.
Oh my God, what are they feeding them?
Miss Arnold, can we go warm this up? Cause look, it's supposed to be a grilled cheese. Can we go warm this up? Cause it's supposed to be a grilled cheese.
Yes, stick both of y'all in there at the same time, so just put them both on
No.
one plate.
And it ain't grilled. It's not cheese.
Put them both on the meal plate. What's that wax though?
It's like because we know it's hard to get out the what's it called. And then Miss Anna, when we walked past Belmont, Kamaria said something. Oh, it's fish. I said, girl, you must be talking about yourself.
Okay, all right, go warm up yourself.
Sure.
What makes evidence B stronger than evidence A? How are they different? Those are the only two things I could think of, and then I was trying to think about who I would call on.
Yeah, I think that's what we did last time, like which one's stronger, and then you called on a medium student. And then you called on a higher student to build and asked, why is it stronger?
I'm noticing more with Belmont that like Lincoln and ECU seem to be getting it, like they're coming along with things.
Mm-hmm,
Belmont is struggling.
mm-hmm,
And I don't know if it's because they're my last class of the day, like at the end of the day, they're tired, I'm tired, but like their mastery wasn't the lowest yesterday, but there was more of them in Belmont
yeah,
writing evidence in their own words than there was in ECU. And what I was checking was like, is it a direct quote?
mm-hmm.
But
Well, if you need to switch, like use the same format, but do a show call for them on direct evidence, you could switch it for just their class.
who would I call in ECU for those two?
So I feel like you have the skill to just replicate and pick the things for the show call. So it wouldn't be hard.
Yeah.
Okay. And then your stamp, since you're just focused on punctuation, I would use your 3 things from the student action step that you wrote.
Okay.
You think you have kids that will be able to name that? Like they have quotation marks, they have a comma.
When we choose evidence, it must be properly punctuated. I don't think I need to change that. Well, that's not so good.
Yeah, I would say it must have, and then don't put properly punctuated, but your 1, 2, 3
The 3
be,
days,
yeah, like the things you wrote, the quotation marks, the period, the comma.
comma after the transition phrase. Y'all can sit in the back and chit chat.
They just want to be next to you.
Okay, a comma after the transition phrase, quotation marks around the quote from the text and a period before the last quotation. Boom.
Sweet. And then the only other question I would ask after you say what makes evidence B stronger than evidence A
Mhm.
is ask them the stamp question. So like when we choose evidence, what do we need to have? And see if you can get kids to name those 3 things. And then you need at least 2 kids to like stamp it out loud before moving on.
Okay.
Okay. You've got your exemplar stamp, you've got questions, you've got kids you're gonna call on.
We could also use this because we didn't even get to, oh, it's there. Yeah,
Yeah.
we didn't even get to it. We
I
must
put it
have
on there.
known.
I put that for independent practice, one from Esperanza Rising, and then I had an excerpt from Look Both Ways.
Uh-huh.
You can switch those out if you'd rather have one be the exit ticket or not, but look over those to see if you think those will be fine.
I definitely think the first one's fine. We were gonna do that yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Or if you want to change the claim to have like a different word that describes mood.
No, I think that the depressing mood is good.
Okay, and
The
then
only thing I'm gonna adjust is all the different parts.
yeah, well, the middle one is a screenshot. That's why I couldn't change that one.
Oh, dang.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I couldn't find it to where I could copy and paste it. You could type
It was
it
really
though.
getting, I'm not typing, it's just gonna stay. I'll be okay. Okay, exit ticket. Mhm. I like heartwarming. I think I just might have to define.
Yeah, before, which I think is fine because that's not the focus.
Right.
So that's fine to do. Okay, last thing before we practice. I didn't say before. What makes evidence B stronger than evidence A? What do you want them to say? I'd add that in that comment.
Okay. What did I even put? Oh, it's a reply. Here we go. Do I want them to say, or do I think they're going to say?
What do you think they'll say?
Evidence B has quotation marks.
Mm-hmm. And then I think, what would you say next to push them if they just said it has quotation marks?
What other punctuation do you see? Or what else
Yeah.
does it have?
Yeah.
It's say what other punctuation do you see leading them?
No, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you're trying to get them to pull out specific punctuation.
So when we choose evidence, what do we need to have? Or let me not when we're choosing, when we write.
Mm-hmm.
When we write evidence, what do we have?
And then I don't think you have to add anything there because you have your stamp at the bottom.
Right. And then we must have. Bada bing, bada boom.
All right, independent practice. I'm making this in a comment. What's your first lap?
They should annotate the prompts. I mean, the claim. Like, make sure they understand what celebratory is. I'm asking questions, but you're literally asking me.
Focus on like the student action step you chose.
Gotcha.
So
So the
folks,
first
keep
thing
focus
I'm
on
gonna be
punctuation.
looking for is a comma after their transition break.
Mhm. Because obviously we want them to pull the correct evidence, but if they don't, that's not what you're going after here, so
Right.
it's okay. Okay, comma after transition phrase. If you get to a second lap, I know it's short practice, what would your second lap be?
Marks at the beginning of the quote and end of the quote.
Okay, you have that comment in there. All right, so your action step is reteaching how to accurately punctuate evidence by leading guided discourse with the show call, scripting the potential misconceptions and back pocket questions which you have, determining questioning sequence that starts with lower students and builds which you have, and then giving students the rapid feedback with your predetermined monitoring plan, which you also have. We got 10 minutes. You want to do one quick practice?
Yes.
I'll be all the kids.
Okay.
Like I should be this way.
Let's just pretend you've read the claim. I mean, you've read the thing.
Okay.
All right, so we have the same plan that we had earlier this week. Which piece of evidence is stronger? Aubrey, or
B is stronger.
agree, disagree? Not agree, disagree. Okay, I see a lot of teammates are agreeing. Anderson, tell me why what makes B stronger than A?
B is stronger because it has quotation marks and A doesn't have quotation marks in it.
Okay, what other punctuation do we see in B?
There's a comma and there's also a period at the end of the quote.
All right, so what do we need to write? What? Oh, so when we write evidence, what do we need to have
We need to have
based on what our teammates just said?
quotation marks, a comma, and a period.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and stamp that on our 1, 2, 3. When we're writing evidence, we must have, who could tell me one more time before we actually write it down?
Quotation marks, comma, period.
Great. Let's write it down. You should have quotation marks. Or I'm probably gonna go, well, I'm gonna go in order. So we should have a comma right after our transition phrase.
Mhm.
Quotation mark at the beginning and end of our quote. And then a period that goes right before the last quotation mark, because it goes inside the quotes.
Beautiful. Okay. And then independent practice, they'll do that. And then I wouldn't give feedback on the exit ticket.
I'm gonna try to do a show call with independent practice
Mhm.
so that we could hopefully make some movement there.
Yep. Yeah, definitely especially if you see like a gap, stop and do a show call. I am not able to be in your room on Friday, so I'll send you a reminder. Will you film the
Please send me a
reteach?
reminder.
I will. I'm sorry for not doing it.
I always forget.
After I leave, I'm gonna send myself an email that's gonna deliver to me Friday morning to send you an email to
Okay.
remind you. Or I'm gonna make myself a calendar invite. So,
Also,
yeah, what's
for
up?
tomorrow, I was going to, instead of doing a skill builder on Friday, I was gonna do the lesson I would have did on Thursday.
Mhm.
So I'll do this, reteach, and then do.
On Thursday or on
No,
Friday?
On Friday.
Okay,
I'll do lesson 7 on Friday.
okay, that's fine.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we'll do this and then we'll jump into the lesson.
Yeah, just film, send it to me, or if you put it on, send me, I'll see it.
Okay.
Goal is to get all of the classes above 80% with the reteach.
Oh, with the reteach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I think that's possible. I think this is like an even smaller, like chunk, like thing to fix than we chose last time.
Yeah,
So I think that you can get them there, especially with the feedback in the practice round.
okay.
Okay, stuff for tomorrow. I have the test printout for you. I just have to bring them to your room. I'll print out scripts for you and Abby and Sylvia. I think that's everybody who needs one.
So are they gonna be with me all day?
Abby is gonna be with you all day for sure. think Sylvia is.
Or
At-
just for Belmont ECU?
I
That
think
makes
all
sense
day.
for Sylvia. Okay,
I gotta look back at what we decided, but I'm pretty sure Abby 100% is with you all day. She's following your schedule.
okay. I'm only, cause, Sylvia came and asked me, but she
Mhm.
asked me yesterday and I said, well, you had something, the night before, and I said that, Brittany should be emailing her back, so,
Yeah, I think
Uh-huh.
Brittany's communicating plan to them.
yeah.
Abby's gonna do all of the read aloud.
Uh-huh.
And then Sylvia, sometimes they're gonna be together, or sometimes the extended time kids will just test in here. And they'll get their extended time
During
during
progress
progress
monitoring.
monitoring. Yeah, so it's probably really only the read aloud kids that are gonna get pulled out with Abby.
Okay,
Anything else you need?
no,
And do you want the bubble sheets for yourself? Or are you not gonna use that? You're just gonna enter it into the computer?
I'll just enter it in.
Okay.
But, what are we curving and what are we not curving?
I think the curving decision comes based on the mastery. So like if they hit like, 70 something mastery, then we probably won't curve anything.
Yeah, I didn't think I would need to curve the grammar IA.
Yeah.
Step part 2 to 3
Yeah,
needs to be curved.
yeah.
But I
I'll
also found a stack on my dining room table, so I was like, oh, maybe I should just finish. I need to finish putting those in,
Mhm,
see if it makes a difference.
mhm,
I didn't even realize I had took those home,
yeah.
so. And then what's my deadline for having them graded?
The 28th, which is a fast turnaround, so if you need to give me some, because I'm willing to help. What was I gonna say? One more thing. The 28th, this is unrelated to the IA, but Sylvia will not be in your room 8:30 to 10:30 during all of access testing.
She's never in my room.
For
Sylvia
pin-
only comes to my room on Thursdays, Fridays.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. That won't affect you that much.
Yeah,
Not at all.
it really sucks. But
Yeah. Grades are complete. I haven't finished checking lesson plans,
well,
so
they're done. Mine are
thanks.
done.
So you're good. I think that's it. I don't think you have internalization again until like April, so
Thank God.
I know.
Thank God, because I think of it.
Did you apply for content lead?
Content lead and instructional coach.
Okay, good.